everybody. Thank you. This is my first. This is one of my first. Thank you. All right. When I was at home trying to figure out what would be the most incredible story that I could tell that would be a first that happened in my life, I started thinking back to college. You know? Everybody's done a little bit of first in college. Like, I don't know, first time I experienced no-nos because, you know, our teacher was a little bit boring and all of our notes looked like a flat line. So, another first would have been the first time I had my first stalker. That's right. You must always get one of those. And then when they don't follow you around anymore, you feel like, you know, what did I do? The next first that I also had during college was to kind of dabble a little bit in the goth scene. Well, not that much. But I had a friend, and we'll just call her, I don't know, Allison. That sounds good. Anyway, Allison comes to me one day, and she says, hey, would you go to see Pretty Woman with me? And I'm thinking, you know, did hell just freeze over? Because up to this point, we didn't even know you had a reflection. So then, we proceed to go on this voyage, which would be practically the voyage to hell. Pretty much. You know, if you wanted to figure out if she was on team, what is it, Edward or Jacob? Clearly I'm going on the Edward fund. So we get into the car. You know, we're on this course, and we're going to the Forum Boulevard Theater that is in Bum as Egypt and other places less described in, everybody hold your applause, Columbia, Missouri. That's right. I said it. Columbia, Missouri. Yes. So we get there, and everything's going pretty good. You know, we have popcorn. We have nothing to say. You know, she's in her own little element. She's in the dark where she normally is. And, you know, I'm thinking, okay, you know, I'm going to bond with her a little bit. You know, she is a friend of a friend. Or how black people like to occasionally say, it's like, your people. You know your people. You know the kind that, you know, you go in a restaurant or you go out anywhere and they're behind you and they're like, are they with you? And you're just like, damn. So I'm with my friend's people. So we're sitting there, Pretty Woman is going on and stuff like that. All of a sudden, the light flickers. And we're just like, oh, what's that all about? And so, you know, we're thinking, okay, well, you know, this has been real, this has been nice, the bonding experience, not so much. So, then the film comes back on, and we're sitting and watching and stuff, so then it flickers again. And then suddenly it goes out. Well, you know, Julia Roberts gets in there, and Richard Gere is going to like the infamous scene where he climbs up the fire escape, and like, you know, all magic is supposed to happen. And what happens? Yeah, I get buckets. I get nothing. Screen fades to black. So, like, to this day, just to let you know, it's the first movie that I've ever seen that I've never seen. How's that work? So we come out into the lobby because, like, suddenly, like, you know, people are like kind of running out and we're not pretty sure what's going on. So then, you know, we come out and, you know, the light is like totally out and they have the generator on, and I'm thinking, you know, I probably could have slept. I don't know why I wanted to do this bonding adventure. And so we go out there, we see everybody, they're like kind of walking around and, you know, not knowing what's going on. So then we look outside, and it's probably the blackest of the black night that you will ever see in your life. And I'm thinking, you know, I always heard about these things in stories, but I didn't really want to be experiencing it right now, especially with, I don't know, the daughter of Satan standing next to me. So then, lights flicker, lights are off, it's dark. And then I go towards the door, and there's this like ton of ferocious windows going on. They're like, "Arr." Or maybe it was a little more intense, like, "Arr," but I'm not sure. So then what happens is, a tree goes by, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of different. That's not cool. And so then all of a sudden, and this is the major thing that I bonded with, and this is probably going to scare you now. A cow. Yes, it was a cow. I'm not sure if he was mad, sad. I think he was pretty confused. He comes like flying past the door. And at that one moment, I stared at that cow's eyes and I'm thinking, that's really fucked up. And the cow's like, well, you think of what I thought. I was just sitting down here minding my own business. I always thought in my life I wanted to fly, not this way. So then cow was flying past and everything. And I'm thinking, like those old horror movies where they go, get out. I didn't have that. I was blessed enough to have a cow. And that cow mattered. It mattered enough for me to look at Satan's daughter and say, you know what? I think it's about time for us to go. And she's just like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, did the cow thing, did that do nothing for you? I heard of pigs flying, but a mad cow flying, I don't know. I'm kind of done with this. So then we get ready and we're like, going to make the big escape out the door. And you go out the door, seriously. And we go out the door and wind's blowing everywhere. And so then all of a sudden the door closes back up and I'm like sitting there thinking, God, I'm like in one of those like really, really, really horrible movies. Like the one where there's only like one black person in there and guess who's not getting out? Yeah, those movies. They're scary. So then we go on and we try to run out the door and it gets better. We're running for our lives towards the car. Wind is blowing everywhere. And so then we get there and what does she do? You can guess it. Just guess it. One of the three things that could possibly happen in the worst movie ever. You betcha. I was with that one. As she dropped her keys, I sat there and I was having this bonding experience with that freaking cow. And I sat there and I looked at her and I'm like, you know what? All bets are off. All the times that I was nice to you, over, done. I'm done with this mess. All the times that we let you paint our basement black. Tomorrow, pastels are going on, polka dots, everything's going on. All those times I passed in church for bringing holy water on, I'm going to buy a gallon of it. That's what I'm going to do just for you. And then at that moment, we finally get into the car, and we're racing. And in the little rear view mirror where it says that, objects appear closer than what they seem. Okay, those are the people that are rolling towards the tornado. It's not the people that are running from it, because let me tell you something. If you stopped the tornado, he would go, I'm pretty close. I'm right outside your door. So then we were able, God bless, to get in the car as I slammed my foot on hers and we sped off. And I think the tornado got tired. He was just like, dude, they're no fun. I can go left or I can go right. Let's go where the fun people go. Let's go to Jeff City. That's where we want to go. And that is my story, and I am sticking to it. Thank you.